that city tournament. What an occasion, eh? Will you go?
I reckon I'll have a look first, and maybe next time I'll even fight. I've been taking lessons.
You're always welcome here.
Today's a scorcher.
Should get
God
going.
bless. Good day.
Henry, how are you doing?
You know how it goes. It could always be worse. The war might be over, but the stench of it doesn't fade so easily. And more to the point, how are you, sir? I'm sorry you had to abandon your fortress.
It breaks my heart, too. To think I wanted to get out of here not long ago. Foolishness. But that's behind us now. Life goes on.
Anyway, sir, I don't mean to be rude, but I doubt you just want to ask how I'm doing.
No. You're right. Let me get to the point. I need help with something, but I have no one to ask. Even though I know you have a lot on your plate.
Well, I'd be happy to offer my services. What's it about?
An old friend of mine reached out to me. Albik of Unichov. Does the name ring a bell?
I believe we met somewhere. He's that famous healer, right?
Physician would be the more accurate term. But even that barely does him justice. He's one of the greatest scholars of our age, and also King Wenceslas' personal physician. It's whispered at court that the king has fallen seriously ill while imprisoned in Vienna.
Sigismund focuses on plundering his kingdom, and Wenceslas's health hardly seems to concern him, does it?
Maybe.
Aren't these just rumors?
This is about our king's health. Even if they are just rumors, to me, it's cause for concern. I can't just wave it off.
I get it.
When Master Albik heard about it, he decided to act.
He wants to go all the way to Vienna to see the king?
No. For now, he's heading to Sedlec. Abbot Jan holds considerable influence at Sigismund's court. Albik wants to visit him and ask for his intercession.
Makes sense. You can't just show up in Vienna and knock on the door.
A mediator is needed. Only, I don't know if Albik chose the right man. The abbot is a politically shrewd figure and might well use Albik's visit to his own advantage.
What's that got to do with you?
Albik and I go way back. He's been living over the Alps for a few years, studying at the university in Padua. As soon as I heard about Wenceslas, I asked him to come back. It's a serious matter, and when it comes to the king's health, he's the best there is. But I didn't expect him to act so rashly.
Can you tell me more about the abbot? Sorry, but it sounds like you're afraid of him. I met him once, too, but I didn't get a bad impression.
You know Abbot Jan?
Not quite. We had dealings once. Something with bones. But never mind that. Go on.
Look, Henry, every high-ranking cleric's a politician in his own way. What worries me about Abbot Jan is what he ascribes his authority to. Others claim their vocation is divine will. He sees it somewhat the other way round.
I don't really get it.
It's only natural for an abbot or a bishop to question the morality of his acts. One must act, even if it means confession and penance later. Abbot Jan, though, seems to think that his every move and scheme is divine will itself, and that could be dangerous.
And how does all this concern me?
As I said, it's a matter of security. God forgive me, our king's health is of course above all. But right now, I'm more worried about Albic. It took some effort, but I convinced him to wait, at least until I find him a reliable escort. And believe me, it wasn't easy. That mule's got a scholar's head, but it's a stubborn one.
So, if I've got this straight, you want me to escort Wenceslas's court physician to the Sedlets monastery, where they don't usually let anyone in, and the abbot is as thick as thieves with Sigismund, so Albic, who was dead set on going himself, can try to get access to the imprisoned Wenceslas?
No, actually, yes. That's exactly it.
Well, I can't say I'm exactly thrilled about it. One wrong word, and the cloister will turn into a prison.
See? And that's exactly why you're right for this. You don't take things lightly. Henry, as a nobleman, I could order you. But as Albic's friend, I'm asking you. Stop by Albic's place, will you? He lives across the street with the quack. And give him this letter so he knows I'm sending you in person.
Tarmark, apothecary. All right, I'll go find him.
Good luck. I'll be in your debt.
Come and shop here. You've got enough for everyone.
Gepriesen sei der Herr. What do you need?
I'm looking for Master Albic. I heard he lives here.
That's right, but he's not in at the moment. What do you want from him?
I've got a letter for him from Lord Peter of Pisek. Do you know when he'll be back?
No idea. He went over to the neighbors in quite a rush. The women of the house sent for him. Apparently, their mate's unwell.
Albic is treating a common maid.
Well, that's just the kind of man he is.
Who are these neighbors?
Just townsfolk. Same as any around here. They live 2 doors down towards the square.
That's all I needed. Thanks.
Mein Freund.
He keeps me waiting any longer, I'll knock his bloody teeth
This should
out.
be the house
he
Albic
can't
went
surely
to.
be there
My
all
respect.
day.
But what's going on at the door?
What? No, he can't. Of course not.
What are we going to do? You have a kind master, eh, Doggy?
Get
What
lost.
are you doing?
Can't you see I haven't got time for this? Leave me alone. I'm not talking to you.
Greetings.
Where are you, old man? There goes another bloody day.
For God's sake, leave us be. I'll call the guards.
Leave me alone.
What are you doing here? What do you want?
Greetings.
Greetings. What are we going to do?
What are you doing here?
Albic! Albic! Come out! I'm not waiting here till doomsday. I'm not talking to you.
What are you gawking at?
Leave me alone.
Leave us alone.
For God's sake, leave us be. My humble respect.
could get into the house this way.
Stop here! We've got enough.
Apparently my greatest sin nice breasts, and my second greatest
Leave us alone.
I don't want to show them.
Where are you, old man?
What do you want?
There
How
goes
did you get...
another bloody day.
If you can, try to take a deep breath.
Master Albic? Shh! I was sent by...
I don't know how you got in, but be quiet now.
Sir Peter of Pisek sent me to you.
Even if the devil himself sent you, be quiet. I need and I demand silence. And you, please. Deep breaths. All right. Your breathing is improving.
It still hurts in the chest, sir. Like a horse sat on me.
A nettle compress will get your blood flowing. It'll ease off. Ribs aren't broken and the lungs sound clean. I have a potion made for you. Take it every morning and night, and stay in bed for a few more days.
But, sir, who'll see to the house? Who'll cook? My mistress won't allow.
I'll speak with her. What you need is rest. Next time, please don't interrupt me. I need peace for my work.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Well, it doesn't matter now. You said Lord Pisek sent you, didn't you? I think I know what this is about.
Sir Peter of Pisek gave me this letter for you, sir.
Really? Let's have a look.
Here it is. My name's Henry, and Lord Pisek says I should escort you to the monastery in Sedlitz.
Yes, yes. Peter and I had a bit of a disagreement about this matter last time. Look, Henry, I appreciate your offer, but I don't think I require your services. Either way, you delivered the letter, and I am sure Lord Pisek will reward you for that.
I heard you intend to ask at the monastery to help you get access to King Wenceslas. Is that true?
Unfortunately, yes. I'm worried about his health, and I hope Abbot Jan might intercede on my behalf.
You think Sigismund would listen to the abbot?
It's a chance, and my conscience won't let me waste it.
Are you seriously not afraid to go to the monastery alone? You do know Sigismund has taken up there, don't you?
Sigismund? He's gone already.
It may not be only him. Don't forget his influence. You can never be sure who to trust.
I don't believe Sigismund would do anything to me. He has no reason to. And he doesn't act rashly. In a way, he actually owes me. Still, I wouldn't want to count on that.
You really expect me to just walk away?
Well, if you feel that... What the hell is that racket?
Hey! Albic!
Christ, give me strength. Another bunch of impatient wretches. Perhaps it's time I finally had a proper word with them.
Get out here, you piss fart!
Well, they don't look much like the debating sort.
That's unfortunately true. On the other hand, it was fortunate Lord Pisek, despite my objections, sent me a personal guard, right?
You mean me?
Who else? Come on, in the worst case, I'll just see what you're made of.
So, you finally decided to come out. About time. I won't be kept waiting in the streets like some mangy mutt.
I've told you several times already. I'm busy.
Because you're wasting time on some wench instead of helping someone who actually matters.
No person is more important than any other.
Ha! For your own good, I'll pretend I didn't hear that nonsense.
What's actually happening here?
I'm a respectable burgher in need of a healer. And of course, I want the best. I asked around town and people say Master Albic is the stuff of legend. I've got coin, and I'm happy to pay for his services. What I absolutely refuse is the degrading wait in the yard while the master treats some filthy wench.
That girl is a human being, flesh and bone. Just like me or you, good sir. Once I'm done with her, I'll be glad to turn my attention back to you.
Calm down, sir. A respectable man like you surely understands that violence solves nothing. If you harm Master Albic, who will help you with your, ailment then?
And I'm supposed to let myself be treated like a doormat?
Of course not. But this outburst isn't exactly dignified either. Go home, and Master Albic will come to see you soon.
All right, let's go.
Good gracious. Henry, that was impressive. Hats off. Perhaps it truly would be best if we went to the monastery together. So, shall we go?
Yes. Let's go.
You can't go to the monastery dressed like that. Your armor would draw too much attention. Simple clothing will do. Go and change, then come back.
All right. I'm ready. Let's go to the monastery.
Excellent.
There's nothing keeping me here. Let's go now.
I'll just grab a few essentials. All right, then. I think we can go. I've got everything I need. And you?
I'm ready too. Let's go.
Off we go.
瘟疫面具，哎，我玩到现在我没有看过这个东西啊。
Father Abbot.
Albert, my friend. Christ be praised. Master Albert, welcome. I admit I didn't expect we'd meet again so soon.
But at the Italian court, I told you I needed to speak to His Majesty.
I know, of course. But after what happened, and now with what's going on here, nonetheless, King Sigismund has already returned to Hungary.
My friend, we both know your influence reaches well beyond the monastery walls.
And so does yours. In any case, you can gain access to Sigismund's court on your own. We both know how. That matter still hasn't been settled, Albrecht. The king cares about it.
Actually, forgive me. These are grave matters concerning His Royal Majesty. Can we speak privately somewhere?
I'd like that, but I'm afraid things are rather complicated right now.
Well, what's going on, my friend? You seem a little uneasy.
I am. There are 3 seriously ill patients in the infirmary, gravely ill, and I fear the worst.
The Black Death?
Sadly, we can't rule it out. And I say that as someone who's lived through one outbreak already, and survived.
Well, does it look like the plague?
You think I'd be alarmed over nothing? I pray it's not the Black Death, but as I said, we can't rule it out yet.
And who are these 3 patients?
2 are members of the monastery, Confessor Stephen and Brother Yaroslav, who works in the scriptorium, and one of the maidservants.
Something seems off to you, Albrecht.
Yes, the maid. Women aren't allowed in the cloister. And they don't meet with the monks, do they?
Of course not. That's out of the question.
Then how could she have been infected along with 2 monks?
That, alas, I don't know.
Where would it have come from? The monastery is isolated. Few are allowed inside the cloisters.
Before King Sigismund decided to stay here, we took in many folk fleeing his army. We gave those poor souls food, shelter. Some of them washed in clean water for the first time in weeks.
And in poverty, hunger, and filth, all sorts of illnesses thrive.
On top of that, there's construction going on inside the church. There are all sorts of craftsmen and laborers in the monastic courtyard.
What are we going to do, Albrecht?
We'll go and see to the sick, of course. Then there'll be no reason we can't speak to the abbot in private about our matter.
Very well.
Thank you, Albrecht, for volunteering. I wouldn't have dared ask it of you.
No need to thank me. I'm a physician. And there are people here in need of help. Not only those in the infirmary. If we can rule out plague, that may put your mind at ease too.
That's what I'm praying for. And of course, I'm open to discussing that matter of ours later on. I'll have a room prepared for you right in the infirmary. Brother Benedict, one of our novices, is there, and will tell you all you need to know.
Thank you. But I'd like to ask one small favor. I've been here many times before, but Henry's here for the first time. Would one of the brothers be able to show him the monastery? I'd rather he not get lost like I did all those years ago.
Of course. If you'd like, Henry, just ask Brother Petramil. I just spoke with him before you arrived. He'll show you around and gladly answer any questions.
Thank you, Father.
Very well. We've talked long enough. Let's get to work. Will you come with me to the infirmary, Henry?
Of course. Wouldn't let you go alone, would I?
I didn't think so. Tell me, Henry, didn't the abbot seem anxious to you?
Yes. Although it's not like he tried to hide it much. The plague's a terrible illness.
You're always welcome
But surely
here.
they'd recognize it in the infirmary. Why would he need you?
Well, the thing is, the monastery isn't in great shape. Not that you'd notice right away. King Wenceslas borrowed heavily from settlers. And now the monastery has to sell land to pay off its debts. And when Sigismund marched on the town with his army, that didn't help matters either. And if plague really did break out, that could be the final nail in the coffin. The abbot might be forced to dissolve the monastery. But let's not jump to conclusions. I want to see the sick with my own eyes before we start worrying about the plague.
看一下哦，这个 DLC 有一个小地图哦。说是不大，但也还算蛮大的，有很多地方可以去探索。这边有一个地窖，看样子我要在这边把任务结束之后才能离开啦，也 OK 啦。之前的那个主线跟支线任务我都结束了，这边可以逛一下，看一下哈。院长的礼拜堂。好，医务室在那边，墓园，这边有一个药草师 ，OK， 这边有一个炼金桌，这边又有一个炼金桌，这外面都有草药可以捡。院长的房间、图书室、厨房、水井、大厅。面粉储藏室，藏匿的酒水，骑士团的营地，啤酒花田，这边有个营地，坍塌的墓穴天花板。墓穴，好吧，跟着走吧。我看一下，我现在进来修道院，好像身上没有带什么不能带武器耶。没有武器，没有我原来的武器，那就变成我要用捡的喽。万一有需要的话，从别人身上拿武器了。连匕首都没有，好吧。那这样子我还是要把我的防御能力加强一点。短版的武装衣，防御有45，那我换成这一件。手套类的2个皮手套。马刺靴子。这个是衬垫护腿，有43，那我应该换成这一件。万一有打斗需要的时候，防御还是需要的。还有什么吗？没有了。现在这里面很多东西都不能带，连弓都不能带，弓箭都没有。
It's your bloody fault anyway. Oh, I struck you first, and that should have ended the duel, but no. You just had to have the last...
So, this is the Confessor. What do you make of it, Henry?
He looks worn out. Doesn't even notice us. Whatever's wrong with him, it's clearly taking a toll.
Exactly. At his age, any illness hits far harder than it would a young and healthy man. Well, the good news, I suppose, is that he's not in agony. Pain's part of life, but no one deserves to suffer too much. Compassion, Henry, whether for the suffering or even the enemy, is part of every good physician's character. Unfortunately, not every physician is a good one.
Albek? Albek of Unichov?
Zacharias? What are you doing here?
Wherever His Majesty goes, I must follow. You know how it is. But why aren't you in Padua, studying? Have you been missing your homeland?
I was summoned home for urgent matters. And since I'm here, the abbot asked for my help.
Ah, yes. This plague he's so afraid of.
Plague? Do you believe it? Am I such a poor teacher?
Of course not. But until now, it was just my word against the abbot's. In other words, I am truly glad you're here, my friend.
Henry, allow me to introduce Master Zacharias of Prchatsitz. He once studied under me, but became a trusted friend, and eventually the personal physician of King Sigismund.
You flatter me, Albek. The road to that post was a good deal more torturous than you make it sound. And you are...
Henry of Skalitz. By order of Sir Peter of Pisek, I'm here to protect Master Albek.
Though I've no idea from what. But who am I to argue, eh?
Quit complaining. You might find an aide like him more useful than you think. Anyway, this here is Dinesh. He didn't come entirely of his own will either, but he's proven a reliable man.
Dinesh Latskvi, gentlemen.
Well then, now we all know each other, shall we finally return to the matter of the patients? Zacharias, I presume the abbot summoned you for the same reason as me.
Aye, though I've only had time to merely examine them all. All three share the same symptoms. It begins with weakness, then comes fever, rash, and later bloody diarrhea. By far the best off is the confessor here. He can still talk. The maid and the translator from the scriptorium are much worse. They sleep most of the day, and when they do speak, it's nonsense, because they're delirious with fever.
Right. In that case, first we need to bring down the fever. Have they given you anyone to assist?
Yes, Benedict. He's a novice and a bit odd, but he knows more about alchemy than most.
We'll need linen and clean water for compresses. Pre-boiled water is best. Have you got chamomile decoctions?
Benedict brews a fresh batch every evening.
And what are they feeding them?
Mostly bread, fruit. Yesterday they had fish, but they haven't eaten much of it.
Well, I thought as much. They might as well give them dry pretzels. They should be getting something light and nourishing. Preferably in liquid form, broths, stews, thin porridge.
Agreed. Dinesh will speak to Solarius Julian. You know the way to the kitchen, right?
Consider it done.
Then fetch herbs from Joachim. I gave him a list of what we'll need.
Gentlemen?
Joachim, you say? Well now.
Who's this Joachim? You know him?
The monastery herbalist. He lives in a hut in the garden behind the infirmary. But if I were you, I wouldn't bother him too much. He's a grumpy old fellow.
You say that because you don't know him. I'll tell you more about him, Henry. But we have more pressing concerns right now.
Can I help in any way?
The best thing you could do is find out what the patients were doing before they ended up here. Diseases spread through foul air. So if we find where the 3 of them were breathing the same air, we'll find the source of the infection too.
Who should I start with?
If I were you, I'd start with the confessor. He's the only one still lucid enough to speak. Better hurry. He might take a turn for the worse any moment.
Who should I ask about the maid?
As far as I know, her name's Blezhna. She gets her work assignments from Steward Zdenek. So I'd go and speak to him. And apparently, she's got a friend here. She might know something too. Try and find her.
Who might know the monk who was translating in the scriptorium?
Everything to do with books is handled by the librarian. His name's Crispin. He likes the sound of his own voice, but if you're patient, he might tell you what our patient was working on.
Can I help with anything else?
No, that's more than enough now.
Once you've found something, come back. Maybe we'll have figured out more by then.
How do you feel?
Like I'm turning inside out.
Don't worry. I'll let you rest. But first, I need to know who you've been seeing lately. And where.
What? Why?
Because we need to find out where and how you got infected.
What's that got to do with the others?
The sickness spreads through foul air. Anyone breathing the same air as you might be at risk.
You sound like you know what you're talking about. And I believe you've got your reasons. But I'm a confessor. I can't. I mustn't break the seal of confession or tell you what anyone confided in me.
I'm not asking you to reveal anything. Just point me in the right direction.
Perhaps you're right. I could at least point the way. There's something that might be connected to this dreadful sickness. Look in my cell. It's the one beneath the abbot's chamber, opposite the spiral staircase. Here's the key. I think you'll find something there that might help you.
What am I looking for?
That you'll have to find out for yourself.
I understand. I won't pressure you. Get some rest.
Wait, please. Do you think that I might ask you for something?
What is it?
I'd like to have some flowers. Something living to cover up the ever-present stench of decoctions.
What would you want flowers for? You'd be better off brewing a fever remedy from them.
Do I need a reason? I just like them. Their color, their fragrance. That's what I miss the most here.
I'll see what's growing nearby and bring you some. It'll brighten the place up a bit at least.
Thank you, lad.
看一下我身上的食物够不够啊？哦，我身上食物还蛮多的。OK， 材料呢？哦，这里还蛮多的。OK， 食物材料，看一下，我要去摘一些花，然后。摘一些花， 后面这里有什么东西啊？墓园，到外面走看看啊。
Look, maybe we could have a rematch once they let us out of here. What do you say?
With you? Forget it. Go train with Carl. He won't put up with your shit.
You're about as much fun as a funeral. Young man, could we borrow you for a moment?
What's going on here?
It's about Slavek not knowing when to stop.
Shut it, Yeshek! And you, young lord, what's your name?
I'm Henry. And I'm no lord.
All right then, Henry. Do you think you could settle this for us?
We were having a training duel. Servant Brother Carl makes sure we don't grow idle here. Well, Slavek thinks he struck me first. I say it was the other way round.
You're looking pretty battered for a training duel.
Yeah, once we get going, it's no laughing matter. We've both got a bit of a temper.
Either way, the fight should have ended the moment I hit you. If it had been a sharp blade, you'd be dead.
Bullocks.
How did it happen from your point of view, Yashek?
We were having a training duel, but it wouldn't be Slavek if he didn't run his gob the whole time. I didn't give a toss until he started insulting my ma. I won't have anyone doing that in front of me.
That's serious. What did he say?
That she squints, and I've got it from her. I warned him to shut his gob or he's done for. I gave him a jab in the shoulder, well-placed and educational, to end the fight then and there. But he got all riled up and came back at me.
That's a load of crap. He pounced at me out of nowhere. I was only defending myself.
I still want to hear what Slavek has to say.
Now that's more like it. We just wanted to warm up a bit. Attack, block, But Yeshek completely lost it. Left lower cut, lunge at the knee, then straight for the ribs from the right. All at full force, like he was trying to kill me. So I shout, "Ease up, have you lost your fucking mind?" And the idiot goes even harder. So I smacked him one. What else was I supposed to do?
Where exactly did you hit him?
Where do you think? Right on the skull. I blacked out for a moment, but then I just saw red.
Yeah, he looked like he'd completely snapped. He swung and... Ow! Bloody hell! He struck down at me with a full swing straight to the collarbone.
Oh, come off it. You're making half of that up.
This bickering of yours is tiring. I'll tell you what I think, but then you'll both shut up. All right? Doesn't matter who struck first. It was a training fight.
Oh, it hurt like a real one.
Yeah, I'll have a scar across half my head because of it.
If either of you knew a master strike, you might have come off a bit better. Or at least one of you would have.
Master strike?
Your armed brethren probably call it a Meisterhau. You deflect an attack and strike your opponent in one move.
Oh, don't give us that. Nothing beats a good solid smack in the teeth.
My thoughts exactly. We could still have a bout, though, eh, Yeshek? Once they let us out.
I'm still pissed at you over the last one.
Oh, come on. I didn't mean that stuff about your ma. I've never even seen her. And anyway, I'm glad I ended up in the infirmary with you. What more do we need?
Yeah, no Ludolf breathing down our necks day in, day out.
Who's Ludolf?
Our commander. Tough, strict, but fair.
He's the only real knight among us, really. Came from Marienburg. That's a castle belonging to the Order. It's supposed to be massive.
I'd love to see it one day. I haven't set foot outside Bohemia in my whole life.
Don't worry. You'll see it when we march out of here. But till then, we're stuck here for a while.
Well, I wish you both a swift recovery. I'll be off now.
Thanks. By the way, if you run into Brother Carl, tell him not to take it to heart. We brought it on ourselves. He's a good man. And if you wanted, I'm sure he'd let you train with us at the camp. Just tell him you know us.
But watch yourself, so you don't end up like the two of us. I don't think Carl could take that.
I'll keep that in mind.
And Henry, before you go, I have one more favor to ask. When they were carrying me here, I dropped my purse somewhere along the way. A nice one, made of leather. Could you look for it? It had all my coin in it, but I can barely stand, let alone go searching.
Do you at least know where you lost it?
They dragged me along the path by the ponds. At one point, I got snagged on some bush, so they were yanking me back and forth, and I reckon that's when the purse got shaken loose. It was near that stone well in front of the main entrance to the church.
All right, I'll have a look. Maybe no one's picked it up yet.
Thanks. I'd be grateful. About our little duel, one more thing.
Oh, give it a rest, for Christ's sake. My head's killing me.
And my shoulder... It looks like we're even.
哦，这边有个炼金桌 ，OK， 我看一下这边有什么 resource。物理学。哦，有一个储藏，这个不能捡哦，可以。等一下，让我捡一下。墨水跟鹅毛笔，这里面也有一些，这三个我都有，木炭我现在没有，可能会有用到。等一下，我应该也有木炭吧？等一下，哦没有 ，OK， 如果有木炭的，这边有木炭。找不到路出去了。
First, where did you say it hurts?
Down here, under my belly. It's like someone stabbed me with a red-hot poker.
I see. It sounds like an ordinary, woman's matter. It usually comes with its fair share of pain.
What do you mean, woman's matter? This is different. Trust me, I can tell.
In that case, I don't know. I don't have the necessary theoretical knowledge for this.
What's the matter? Do you need me to take you to the infirmary? You're writhing around like a worm in salt.
Forgive me, I have a fever of decoction brewing and, it needs straining.
I can't feel my legs or my back. Just a burning pain so bad, even the devil would ask for a cold cloth.
Is there anything I can help you with, good wife?
Who are you calling good wife? The name's Maddie, and no, Only a Sawbones can help me. Or the Reaper, maybe.
Then it's your lucky day. Because I'm a bit of both. Tell me what's bothering you, Maddie.
Well, it hurts like hell. Here, below my belly. It feels like a couple of hounds fighting over a piece of bacon. And the Holy Brother over there won't help. Says it's a woman's issue. Only I'm regular as a Vesper's bell. This is something else.
That's a vivid description. How long has it been hurting?
Well, it started the day before yesterday, and it's only gotten worse since then. And I've tried everything. Calamus, yarrow. I even prayed to Saint Benedict and rubbed garlic on my stomach. I even tried hanging from a ladder upside down so it could pass through me. All for nothing. And I almost bashed my head getting down.
What were you doing before it started hurting?
Working like a dog I was. Who said I wasn't? Zdeněk? Alright, so I sat down on the stairs, just for a little while. My legs were killing me. Besides, those stairs were bloody hard. And ice cold too. It's a wonder I didn't freeze in place.
Alright, enough. I get it. Alright. I'll try to help you somehow. If you sat on cold steps for a while, you might have caught cold from below.
Whatever it is, I just want it to stop hurting. Sakura. Let them rinse me out with holy water for all I care. Or at least tie a knot in my guts, or I swear they are gonna come spilling out.
Wait here. I'll stop by the infirmary. I'm sure they'll give me something to help you.
God bless you. Not many folks would make the effort. So much for God's... They chase off a crying woman from their doorstep.
Look, maybe we could have a rematch once they let us out of here. What do you say?
I saw you came here with Master Albic. I suppose that would make you his assistant?
I'm more like his personal guard. My name is Henry.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Benedict the Novice, but I reckon the abbot already told you that.
Yes. He said you would show us to our lodging, as well as the infirmary.
Your room is at the other end of the infirmary. It'll be the door on the left. There's an alchemy workshop in the other room. Master Albic should find everything he needs there. Though if he needs any fresh herbs, there's also the monastery's garden. Brother Joachim, our herbalist, would be more than happy to help him.
Good to know. Thank you. Will you tell me more about yourself?
I can try. What would you like to know?
How did you get to the monastery?
Well, I walked. Or do you mean why I entered the abbey?
Aye. I'm more interested in that.
Very well. My parents are long dead, but I have 3 older brothers as well as 2 sisters. That is, I had 3, but one of them didn't live to see her first birthday. Nonetheless, I was born 6th. You see, I'm not a fighter, so I didn't join the army, and after paying for my sister's weddings, I couldn't afford to go to university.
So you had no choice?
Something like that. But I'm happy to be here. In just under 2 years, I've learnt many things. Perhaps the Lord will provide, and one day I'll be in charge of the entire hospital.
What did you do before you joined the abbey?
When my parents were still alive, I cared for them. And when they died, I started my postulancy.
Why did you have to care for them? You have a lot of siblings.
My sisters got married, my brothers left to search for work, and we never saw them again. My parents had nobody else left.
It was kind of you to take on that responsibility.
I didn't think of it as a responsibility. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
So you were with your parents until they...
Until they died. It was really challenging for me. but I feel it helped me discover my calling.
Caring for the sick, you mean?
Yes.
Why do you work at the infirmary, of all places?
It's my divine calling.
What do you mean, divine calling?
The Lord chose me to become a healer, but he allowed me to learn through life and discover things for myself.
How did you discover you were supposed to become a healer?
I came to realize diseases don't cause me fear or aversion, or compassion for that matter.
But isn't that natural? When you see someone suffering, you shouldn't just be completely indifferent.
Imagine you have a stoneworker with a crushed foot come in, bones poking out and bleeding like a stuck pig. Is it better to comfort him, or to decide in time that he'll probably lose the foot anyway, tourniquet the wound, and go and get a saw?
It sounds like you're in the right place then.
I'm glad you think so. And between us, so do I.
How's life in the Abbey?
You're expecting me to complain, aren't you? I'm perfectly happy with a routine life. You eat from the same bowls at the same table every morning. Prayer is at the same time every day. And I fall asleep in the same bed every night. What more could you want?
If I ever need my wounds treated, can I come to you?
Of course. It's my job after all. I'm here most days, so you know where to find me.
Benedict, I need your help.
You too? Lord in heaven!
It isn't for me. This girl who helps out around the sties has stomach pains.
I see. I told her I can't help her. Not that I don't want to, it's just that I'm not educated in women's issues. Understandably, there aren't many books on the topic in the monastery's library. And to tell you the truth, she was a bit frightening.
This isn't about her time of the month. She says it hurts when nature calls. That can affect men just as well as women.
Perhaps, but I still truly don't know how to help. Maybe Master Albic would know, or you can try the monastery's library.
Thanks, brother.
While you do it.
Master, there's this girl who caught a chill in her lower passages. Can I send it to you?
How did she manage that? Did she raise her skirt for you somewhere there was a draft?
I've got nothing to do with it. She sat down on some cold steps after a hard day's work, and now she's in awful pain.
Well, she should drink as much as she can. It might hurt all the more because of it, but perhaps it will flush out the source of the pain. Movement is recommended for stomach aches, but any physician will tell you the best thing for any illness is rest.
That's quite a wide variety.
You never know with women. Their insides are set up like a pantry. Each one is different, and only the woman herself knows her way around.
那时候的医疗知识还蛮奇怪的。我要找的人怎么哦，在这边。
Master, Brother Yaroslav coughed up blood this morning.
That's not good. What about his fever?
It's only gotten worse. He's still pale and his hands are shaking. He must have chills.
In that case, continue with the cold compresses and give him a fever-reducing tonic regularly.
He won't put up with your shit.
Master, I need your advice. A girl is feeling ill, and you're the only one who might be able to help. It's a bit, unusual.
Another fallen ill. And another girl, no less.
She's not infected. Her belly hurts. That is, below her belly. She says it comes from below.
What, exactly?
The pain, I mean. Unless she's the best liar I've seen, she says it burns like hell.
Yes, but are we talking about ulcers, fistulas, swelling of the lower intestine, or perhaps inflammation of the uterus?
She said it started after she'd been sitting on some cold steps.
Cold steps, you say? I wonder. Of course! This is just like the case Trotter of Salerno wrote about. Coldness in the lower abdomen, inflammation of the urinary tract accompanied by sharp pains. This can lead to bladder distension or pelvic congestion.
Aye. It sounds like all that's happening while we're standing here talking about it.
You don't see a case like this every day. I'll have to write down all my findings in detail.
So do you know what to do? You've treated this before?
Not at all. I've never come across something like this. Most women sort out their problems with the help of herb women, whispering into the water and brewing potions according to the stars. Usually, they only come and see a studied physician when it's already too late.
Well, she went to see Benedict, but he seemed even more flustered than she was.
I'm not surprised. Only a handful of physicians have read De Curis Mulierum, even though it has so much knowledge to offer.
So how can I help Maddie? The poor girl is suffering like a wounded animal.
Of course. This calls for a concoction with soothing and diuretic effects. Here's the recipe. Brew it with care. She should feel relief almost immediately, but I've heard it may cause delirium and facial twitching. Like I said, I haven't tried it myself.
Right. Thank you. You mentioned you know the herbalist, Joachim.
Don't think we're old friends or something of the like. We met once during my last visit to the monastery before my journey to Padua. When Zacharias mentioned him, I was glad to hear Joachim was still alive. He's growing a bit long in the tooth, you see.
So, you don't really know each other?
It's mainly my friend, Oswald Torvald, that knows him. He's the one that told me about Joachim originally. They've known each other for years, and though Joachim lacks a formal education, Oswald still learned much from him. They write to each other frequently, and he visited Joachim several times. But his work won't allow him to anymore.
I see. So what's this Joachim like?
He prefers to focus on his work rather than engage in conversation. Though when he does let someone get close, he can be friendly. And if you need help, he rarely hesitates to lend a hand.
Since we're spending time together...
Sigismund Albrecht of Unichov, Doctor of Medicine of the Prague University and Doctor of Law of the Padua University. Personal physician and advisor to His Royal Highness King Wenceslas in matters of law and personal affairs alike. Though if you're interested in the specifics of my career, I'd recommend asking someone more knowledgeable who can appreciate the complexity of my journey from a bachelor's degree in the liberal arts to the royal court.
How did you come to treat King Wenceslas?
My talents and abilities speak for themselves. Not long ago, when I returned to Prague from Padua, word quickly got out that a capable physician had arrived. People started coming to me with all sorts of troubles. Then one day, the royal carriage stopped in front of my home. We rushed to Perglitz, where I found Wenceslas moaning in pain while his alchemists bathed him in various oils.
Which I reckon wasn't of much help.
Not in the slightest. But the treatment turned out to be quite simple. A diet. And its effects were near miraculous. Wenceslas has held me in close regard ever since. He soon learned I was learned in law as well, so I became his personal advisor. A few years ago, I was given a title for my services, as well as the particle of Unichov. As you can see, when you have the reputation of the best physician in the kingdom and knowledge of medicine and law alike, people seek you out on their own.
I hear you've written several books. What are they about?
About medicine. What else? I am most proud of the Compendium Medicinae, a summary of medical knowledge. I wrote it mainly for students and practitioners, but I'm also planning to write a book about health and how to keep healthy. It won't just be advice on how to survive the plague or treat a fever. It'll be a guide on how to live correctly and sensibly, what to eat, when to sleep, how to exercise, what to avoid. I believe that health is not a coincidence, but the result of a sensible lifestyle. Those who know and follow these rules won't need to visit the physician as often, which may be an unpleasant truth to some of my colleagues.
How is medicine in Italy different from Bohemia?
Massively. Though my local colleagues don't like to hear it. In Italy, especially in Padua, emphasis is placed on precise observation, analysis of causes and effects, and above all, prevention. Italians pay more attention to the connection between diet, environment, and health. Something I have tried to introduce here, albeit with limited success. Czechs are used to heavy, fatty foods and rely more on miracles than sensibility. Here, physicians are taken as a last resort. In Italy, a physician's word is law for daily life.
哦，姜哦，我知道了，那边有姜。OK。
Those nettles should have had more time on the fire.
荨麻，对啊，荨麻煮一次没错啊。他为什么说荨麻要煮久一点？没关系，我有强效抗发炎应该就可以了。
No, but when I was bathing one of the sick today.
You're always welcome here.
About that medicine.
Tell me you've got good news. I feel like I'm being ripped in half.
Here. If it's as strong as it smells, you'll be back in fine fettle in no time.
By all the saints, bless you. That looks like just the potion to set me right. Foy. It smells like you boiled an old boot with rotten garlic, but what have I got to lose? Hang on. It's really settling down.
Does it still hurt?
Not much. Kind of like a farmhand's pay. Ugh, this is lovely. Lad, you saved my life. If there were more men like you, there'd be less crying girls in the world. Ugh, what a relief. It's finally eased up a bit.
Greetings. What do you need?
You're Zdeněk, right? They say you're the steward here. I need to find out something about Blazena.
She's lying in the infirmary. What's it to you?
She's in a bad way. Master Albic is treating her, but to work out what's wrong, I need to know what she's been doing lately.
Oh, I see. That's different. What do you want to know, then?
What sort of work does Blazena usually do?
All sorts. She's a maid, so she does whatever needs doing.
Did she ever go into the monastery?
What would she do there? Women aren't allowed in. But she still manages to get where she's not allowed.
What do you mean by that?
It'll sound terrible with her being sick now.
Whatever it is, out with it.
I think she's been stealing. Lately, food's been going missing from the pantry, and she and I are the only ones with a key. I was just about to throw her out, but then she fell ill.
Where does Blazena sleep? I'd like to take a look at her room.
What for? How do I know you won't nick something?
Excuse me? I can bring Master Albic here if you like, but he's got better things to do. Like saving Blazena and the others.
All right, no need to shout. Blazena sleeps in the house across from the church, like most of the help. When you enter, go through the door on the right, then up the stairs. Her bed and chest are by the window.
I'll take a look there if that's all right. Who was Blazena closest with here?
She shared a room with Valerie. I had to separate them more than once so they'd stop chatting and get to work.
And how do I recognize Valerie?
Easy. She's the only blonde among the maids.
And where do I find Valerie?
That's her, standing over there. But listen, don't tell her what I suspect. She might take it the wrong way.
Thanks.
Do you know what's going on with Joachim as of late? I went to him to get some sage for cooking, and he seemed down.
I don't know. I haven't seen him much lately. Too much work, I reckon, since he hasn't even stopped by to chat.
Must be. They have those 2 sick monks at the monastery, so maybe he's helping young Benedict.
Aye, I saw one of them. They were carrying him on a stretcher. Confessor Stefan, poor thing. He didn't look too good.
Well, he hasn't looked good in quite a while. He's getting long in the tooth after all.
That he is.
Who do they think they are?
Greetings, sir. What would you like?
I need to find something out about Blazena. And they say you know her better than anyone.
Well, we share a room, but we're not that close, really. Why?
I'm helping the physician treating her, and anything I find out could help. I spoke to the steward, but he wasn't very helpful.
Zdeněk? I don't know. I doubt I'll tell you anything he hasn't already.
What is it? Why are you suddenly on edge?
When Blazena fell ill, I was there. I sleep right next to her. What if I caught it too?
Don't pretend. You were calm until I said your steward sent me.
Shh! Quiet!
What is it?
I'll tell you something, but not in front of him. If he heard, he'd skin me alive.
As long as I'm here, he won't touch you. You've got nothing to fear.
That's just it. You're not here forever. One day you'll leave, and then what'll happen to me?
I don't think Zdeněk will forget about me so easily.
All right, then. What did Zdeněk tell you about Blazena?
Well, he said he suspects that Blazena's been stealing.
That scoundrel. I knew he'd try feeding you lies.
How can you be so sure Zdeněk lied to me?
Because I caught him red-handed. I saw him going through Blazena's things. Her chest.
You think he was looking for something?
Maybe. I saw him take something out of her chest.
And do you know exactly what he took?
No. It was already getting dark, and the bastard's quick with his hands. But it must have been something small. Right after that, he slipped out and went down into the cellar outside.
And what sort of cellar is it?
The entrance is in the yard, under the stairs. There's food down there, but mainly that's where the monastery wine is kept. There are a few rooms down there, and only Zdeněk has a key to some of them.
Sounds like a perfect place to stash stolen goods. Do you know where Zdeněk sleeps? Maybe I should have a look.
We live in the same house. Me and Blazena sleep upstairs. He's got a bed in the kitchen downstairs, just opposite the door.
But why would Zdeněk lie about Blazena stealing?
I don't know what went on between them, but lately he's been giving her a hard time. I think he wants to get rid of her.
Now? When poor Blazena's ill?
That's just grist to his mill. The poor lass can't even defend herself, and he wants to take advantage of it.
Why would the steward want to get rid of an ordinary maid?
Isn't it enough that he's a scoundrel? Maybe he fancied her and she laughed in his face. Serves him right.
Did Blazena have a sweetheart?
That? I'm not entirely sure.
So someone's been sniffing round her?
I only ever saw her once, chatting cheerfully in the doorway of the monastery with some monk.
Monks aren't supposed to talk to women, right?
And I haven't told anyone but you about it, and you keep it to yourself too. Blazena's got it hard enough as it is.
Where did Blazena usually go around the monastery?
All over?
Right, but that doesn't help me. Where did only she go?
Zdeněk gave her the pantry key, so she was the only one who had access to it.
And where is that pantry?
That same cellar I already told you about. The one I saw Zdeněk run into.
That'll do for now. I'll take a look in that cellar and see what I can find.
Right, but how is all this supposed to help Blazena get better?
Well, to be honest, I don't know myself. But Master Albic said to find out what I can.
And how is Blazena doing?
Honestly, it's not looking good. She's burning with fever and spends most of the time rambling.
Poor girl. I'll pray for her. Let's hope she recovers. I miss her high spirits. And her laugh. Without her, it's so horribly quiet here.
Take care then.
All right.
Ugh, what a mess.
Greetings to you. Greetings to you, friend.
That's a lot of coin. Suspiciously much for a common maid.
Finally, my insides don't feel like they're on fire. What a relief. It's finally eased up a bit.
What are you barging in here for? Piss off!
Why is there wine spilled everywhere? Wine in a tub? but it looks watered down to me. It's pretty wet in here. Water. That would explain why the wine's such a pale color. It must be seriously watered down. These must be barrels from Lorca, so the watered wine was originally from the monastery vineyard. Someone's been hammering these barrels shut. Of course. Now I get it. Steward Zdenyek's watering down the monastery wine. If the abbot found out about this, he'd throw him out. I know you're watering down the monastery wine.
I beg your pardon?
Don't act like you didn't hear. You know exactly what I meant.
You feeling all right? Maybe you should lie down.
I saw your cellar.
What? But no one's allowed down there.
And I know exactly why. Now we're gonna have a little chat.
All right. But not here. Come with me, if anyone heard you.
I'm not going anywhere with you. We're talking here and now.
Oh, come on.
No, come on.
Shh, not so loud.
What, you don't want anyone to hear? Then talk.
All right, I won't say another word. Just stop shouting. So what the hell do you want from me? Coin?
What did you take from Blažena's chest?
Take? Me?
Don't deny it. They saw you rummaging through her things.
What's Blažena got to do with all this anyway? Did that bitch tell you something?
She didn't say a word, because she couldn't. She's barely alive. And anyway, why would she tell me anything?
Because she figured it out too. One time I forgot to lock the cellar door behind me and she caught me at it.
So that's why you lied about her? So no one would believe her if she gave you away? You're a right bastard, you know that?
Go to hell.
So what did you take from her chest then?
I found a key in her chest.
What key? What's it for?
It's for the monastery cellar.
You mean your cellar?
No, it's the key to the cellar under the monastery.
But how would Blazena get something like that? Women aren't even allowed in the monastery.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Christ. And that's all you know?
That's it, I swear.
Then give me the key.
I don't have it on me.
So where is it?
It's hidden, where I keep the silver from the watered wine. I figured you'd want something in return for keeping quiet.
Keep the silver. I just want the key.
Really? Then it seems we have a deal. Come with me.
Did Steniak come and see you? No? Was he supposed to?
Come closer. I don't want to shout here.
So where's the key?
Here it is. Just like I promised. Wait! Promise me you won't tell the abbot about the wine. He'd have me hanged, or kicked out if I'm lucky. But if I stay here at the monastery, I could be useful to you.
How useful?
As the steward, I can get all sorts. Lockpicks and other handy things.
We'll see. I'll think about it. But now clear off.
My respects.
May God give you health, sir.
Brother Petramil?
Yes, and you are?
My name's Henry. I'm accompanying Albic of Unichov. The abbot said you'd show me around the monastery.
Of course. The monastery grounds are extensive, and I'm glad you're open to advice on getting around. Would you like to go now?
Yes, please.
Our monastery was the first Cistercian monastery in Bohemia, and is thus the mother of all our order's monasteries in these lands. This is the gate to the monastery. Within the monastery grounds, you'll find the workers' dwellings, farm buildings, and fish ponds. And on the far side of the monastery, we've got an orchard and gardens.
I saw quite a few knights here. Do they live here?
Those are brothers of the Teutonic Order. The abbot offered them lodging while they're gathering resources in Kuttenberg for their next campaign.
How long are they supposed to stay?
No one knows. But it doesn't look like they're in any great hurry. This is the kitchen. From here, Salarius Julian oversees the state of the monastery stores and the meals for the brothers.
Good to know where to come if I get hungry.
Yes. But please, try not to speak with the other brothers too much.
Why not? Have they taken a vow of silence?
The rule of Saint Benedict encourages the cultivation of silence. The brothers shouldn't be chatting idly, but rather turning their minds to work and to God.
Lord God, fill this.
What if I need something?
In case of need, of course you may speak to them. But for ordinary tasks and objects, we've developed our own gestures. You don't need to learn them, though. As a guest, you won't need access to such things. Let's continue the tour. Please, follow me.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
This is our monastery library and scriptorium. Brother Crispin, our librarian, does a splendid job. Our collection may not be the largest, but it's exceptionally colorful.
Can I borrow any books here?
Yes, but please try not to take them out of the library. We already have trouble with brothers not returning them. I think I myself might have a forgotten volume or two in my cell.
Can I help with that?
That's up to Brother Crispin. But it's true he's overburdened and sorely short of time. Try asking him.
All right, I'll check with him. If Albic doesn't need me urgently.
That would be kind of you. So, let's move on.
Good to see you.
God be with you.
This is the chapter hall. Here, Abbot Jan receives important visitors and pilgrims.
You mean like when Sigismund came?
Of course. That was the most important visit, and duty of recent years.
And what was his visit like?
We barely noticed His Majesty. He had his own wing for himself and his retinue. We're now returning it to a more appropriate state for the monastery's needs. Until then, it remains closed.
Have you had any other such visitors recently?
When Sigismund left, his court physician, Master Zacharias, remained.
And what does he do here?
He's assisting Brother Benedict in the infirmary, and also teaching him new things. So, why exactly has your master come?
That's not for me to reveal. And anyway, aren't monks supposed to keep out of worldly affairs?
That's hard to do when the abbot invites the world through our gates. Let's continue the tour. Please, follow me. Next, we'll visit the beating heart of our monastery. Please, ignore the ongoing work. Welcome to the Church of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary. It's the pride of our monastery and the dominant landmark of the region.
What's with the hole in the floor?
You're always welcome
Yes.
here, noble sir.
That's one of the hazards of ongoing repairs. But that's not something a guest need concern himself with.
I understand. I won't poke around.
Thank you.
I've been staring at it from Kuttenberg. I'm glad to finally get to see inside.
And soon, it won't be the only spiritual beacon in the region.
What do you mean?
The Church of St. Barbara, being built outside Kuttenberg, belongs to a different parish. And so the spiritual oversight of Kuttenberg will be split between our two churches, as decided by the papal legate.
You sent for a papal envoy?
No one else could justly resolve the dispute, but a representative of the Holy See. And while his methods were unusual, he was a splendid diplomat. Let's continue the tour. There's not much left now.
那个裁判就是亨利，啊不是亨利啊，哦是他那个同伴。
I'm sorry. Did you notice the cemetery by the monastery when you arrived?
Hard not to. It's enormous.
Yes. For a long time now, people have traveled even from far and wide to bury their loved ones here.
Why here, of all places?
Over a century ago, Abbot Heidenreich went on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land and brought back soil from Christ's tomb. Since then, people have come here in great numbers. After the plague and the wars of recent years, their numbers have only grown. We recently built the ossuary to have a place to lay the dead. These cells are reserved for brothers who hold an official position in the monastery.
And which cell is yours?
If you come through the garden gate, it's the first cell on the right. But I spend most of the day making rounds around the monastery, or assisting the abbot, who has his office above us.
Why are they here, specifically?
The abbot's study is upstairs, so we can be close at hand.
Where does that gate lead?
To the garden surrounding the monastery. If you ever crave solitude and natural beauty within the monastery walls, do not hesitate to visit.
Should we move on?
Please, this way. Next, I'll show you the abbot.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings.
The last part of our tour. This chapel is where the abbot himself prays. The painting above the altar shows Archangel Michael, weighing souls on a scale. We see sinners cast to hellish beasts and pious souls rising to the gates of heaven.
Weighed against what?
Sins against acts of humility, sacrifice, and labor. A humble and disciplined life.
And that's enough?
Sin isn't easily redeemed. It must be repaid with good deeds, or so it ought to be, at least. I'll now take you to Master Albic in the infirmary. Please follow me. To the right is the gate to the monastery wing used during King Sigismund's stay. We're still cleaning up after such noble company, so it's currently inaccessible. And here's the infirmary, where you'll find Master Albic. Anything else you'd like to ask?
Are there any other interesting places you haven't shown me?
What exactly are you helping Master Albic with?
I make sure nothing happens to Albic.
Then you'd likely get along with the Order Knights. They're camped on the far side of the monastery. Master Ludolf even allows them to train with weapons here. Perhaps they'd take you in.
Are there places I'm not allowed?
Aside from the wing once occupied by King Sigismund, you're free to move about the entire monastery. But please, speak with the brothers only when necessary.
I'd say I know everything I need. I'll go and check what Master Albic needs.
Good luck. And God be with you.
And with you. Tell me something about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Where are you from?
I was born in Zadar, that is in Dalmatia by the sea. I grew up at my uncle Stepan Latkovich's court. Until recently, he governed a huge estate in central Croatia, Dalmatia and Slavonia.
Until recently?
After an unfortunate event, our lands and properties went to Sigismund's father-in-law, Herman of Scilly.
What do you mean by unfortunate event? The one that cost you your properties?
It was a little misunderstanding, which became known as the Bloody Sabor of Krzewcy.
Sabor?
An assembly of the foremost representatives of nobility and political power in the country. And at this particular assembly, King Sigismund had my uncle, along with most of his people, killed.
Why did Sigismund do that?
He was still bitter about Nicopolis. But what really angered him was my uncle's support for Ladislaus of Naples. He had long had his eyes set on the throne of Hungary, so you can imagine the king was not pleased.
Don't you want to take revenge?
Alone? Against the entire Holy Empire? I am no madman, unlike my uncle. He paid for betrayal with his life. Our entire family lost everything. Our properties, our standing, our power, our future. And I want to fix it. I wear black as a sign of shame for my family. I will not wear anything else until I regain the king's trust.
Are you sure you can accomplish that in one lifetime?
Worst comes worst, I'll die in black too. At least it is suited for the grave.
Not that I know many people from Dalmatia, but your name sounds more Hungarian.
That is on purpose. The name Lachkovich is not exactly favoured at Sigismund's court, so I have learned to use the Hungarian variant.
How did you end up in Zacharias' service?
I used to serve several important courtiers. I must have made an impression on Master Zacharias because he requested my service specifically. King Sigismund readily agreed, and so it will be 2 years now that I've been serving him.
For our holy service.
哦，对了，我还要去摘一些花哎。我先到墓园去看一下有没有花可以摘啊。
My humble respects.
居然没有蜜蜂啊！没有其他的花适合的花吗？我要摘一些花，这些花不能摘啊，只能摘这些草药吗？只能摘这些草药吗？
brought the flowers you asked for.
May the Lord reward you.
Here they are.
Thank you, lad. Would you put them in the jug for me?
He'll start going on about the abbot and his orders.
Give it a try anyway. And if that doesn't work, I'll take that fish and bread and go and shove it down his throat.
That's not good. What about his feet?
It looks
It's
like
only
we're
got
even.
worse. He's still pale and his hands are shaking.
Where the hell did the Confessor get so many valuables? Something doesn't add up here. There's not much here. So where did the valuables come from? So that's why the Confessor wanted flowers from me. He must like them. There's wine in the air. Someone must have spilled a cask. Someone's walked through the spilled wine. The trail continues here.
What the? Hey! How did you get in here? And who are you?
I should be the one asking you. What is this place?
Christ's precious passion. May the Lord forgive us.
Forgive you for what? And who even are you?
Wojtek. We were, writing a book here. All of us.
What book are you talking about?
Brother Yaroslav was translating a book called The Decameron in the scriptorium. And once he'd finished that, he started working down here. When Yaroslav started translating the Decameron, he soon realized what it was really about. He became afraid that if Brother Crispin, or, God forbid, the abbot, found out, they'd forbid him to continue the translation. They might even have the book destroyed. What a loss that would be. So once he'd finished the translation, he hid it down here instead.
So Yaroslav was working on something new down here?
The Decameron left a strong impression on him. He decided to write a book of his own, in the same spirit, to celebrate what is as valuable to man as love, or the spiritual life. He later asked Brother Ernest and me to work on the book together.
And what exactly did Yaroslav want to write about?
About humor, wit, laughter. About everything that can make a person laugh.
Why would someone write about that, of all things? I thought books were meant to be about...
Something lofty?
Well, something like that.
Yaroslav believed that a sense of humor could help a person in hard times just as much as strong faith could.
There's something to that. Who knows how I'd have ended up if I hadn't been able to laugh at myself from time to time.
Just like Yaroslav said, laughter and humor are gifts from our Lord, among the mightiest. But the brothers probably wouldn't see it that way. That's why we met and worked in secret. Sometimes we'd write all night, other times we'd get into heated debates. And sometimes we just tried to outdo each other with witty sayings.
So, basically you were sitting down here telling jokes all night?
Among other things, but mostly we were working.
Go on then. Tell me one of the jokes you came up with.
Now? All right then. All right. Here's one. Do you know why monks lie down in the meadow among the sheep? Because they're waiting for the good shepherd.
All right, that's enough. I'd like to ask you something else. Who helped write your book?
Me, obviously Yaroslav, and Brother Ernest, and also Blazhina.
And what was Blazhina doing here? She's a maid. She probably can't write. And women aren't allowed in the monastery, are they?
I didn't get it at first either. Why Yaroslav brought her here. If anyone had found out, the abbot would have thrown us all out. But I soon understood. Humor isn't just for the educated or wealthy, let alone just for men. Laughter belongs to everyone. How could we grasp its breadth with just our limited experience?
So, this isn't about any sin? Blazhena's just... funny?
More than that. Her laughter, sense of humor, her knack for knowing when to make a joke. It's a true gift from God.
Who exactly is Ernest? I don't think I've met him.
One of the older brothers. He's in charge of all the building and repairs in the monastery.
And do you know if he might have fallen ill, too?
No idea. But now that you mention it, I haven't seen him for a while. And when I think how Yaroslav and Blazhina are doing...
I'd best go and check on him myself. Where's his cell?
It's one of those under the abbot's quarters. The middle one on the right, if you're facing from the courtyard.
What about the elder confessor, Stephen? Was he never part of this?
He's got nothing to do with it. He doesn't know a thing, unless someone slipped up during confession.
And how are you feeling, anyway? Are you all right?
Yes. At least for now.
No symptoms? Weakness, rash, fever, anything?
Nothing like that, I swear.
If you start feeling bad, report to the infirmary at once. Understood?
Of course.
Where did you say Brother Ernest's cell is?
It's one of those under the abbot's quarters. The middle one on the right, if you're facing from the courtyard.
How long have you been meeting here?
Since the start of summer.
So at least 30 days?
Roughly. I don't remember exactly. Sorry.
I've heard enough. I'll go and check on Ernest now.
Wait. What about me? What's going to happen to me?
I told you, if you're not feeling well, go to the infirmary. Albic will take care of you. Don't worry.
I meant our book. Please, don't tell the abbot about it. We weren't doing anything wrong, but if he found out, he'd throw us out.
Why would I tell him? He didn't do anything wrong here.
Thank you. And may God protect you.
Whew, it's damp, chilly, but the air is clean. If the disease really spread through foul air, then they must have caught it somewhere else.
不会吧？这本书真的是10日谈吗？完整的吗？好几页。
Christ. I'm too late. A rash. Same as the sick in the infirmary. But he died sooner, so he must have been the first to catch it. Some building plans. Looks like a church, and underneath, probably a crypt. I should tell Albic about this.
晚上再继续啊。